I like this idea that it's new and ancient at the same time.
Yeah.
It's this ancient way of being that the I would speculate and say that every single person on Earth, if you trace far enough back in their lineage, what their clan or what their people were doing were sitting around a fire and taking psychedelics. And, it doesn't matter where you're from. And so we all carry this embodied wisdom or this remembering. And one of the things about psychedelics is that I experience when I'm in that state and I feel like I'm gaining information, it really feels like I'm remembering things that I already knew and forgot. And I think this is crucially important in our era where we live in this hyper distracting world where everything is reaching out with a demand on our attention. And it becomes very difficult to remember what our hearts know. And so this wisdom, this knowledge of the psychedelic experience and the import of it, this has been carried through humanity. And it's one of the reasons why, rightly in the psychedelic space, people are asking the indigenous wisdom keepers for help to figure out how to navigate integrating this ancient thing into this new landscape. And we we but fundamentally, my stance is that we all carry this somewhere in our epigenetics or DNA or ancestral memory or felt understanding, because we all come from this place. And if you acknowledge the potential of Terence McKenna's idea that pre-human beings were interfacing with mushrooms, and that's what actually led us to develop language and the religious impulse and these things that make us human, which who knows, but intuitively feels true, then it runs even deeper than we can imagine. And so suppression can only last for so long before the pressure cooker creates so much pressure that it bursts out. And this is what's happening right now. So people can call it a renaissance. I think in some ways, it's really a reckoning where what has been suppressed for so long or gate kept or kept in these kind of more fringe areas of society is now bursting onto the scene in a way that's in our faces, where we can no longer deny the reality of it, because the psychedelic experience is the most mysterious thing that I've ever experienced. And I think most people would say that it's hugely mysterious. And so we can study it as scientists, and we can look at it as psychologists, and we can, you know, do the potency testing and so on and so forth. But it goes so far beyond that what is this? Why do these things exist? What is the state that it's taking us into? And is there a cosmic reason that this is emerging at this time when we're immersed in a global crisis on many different fronts? It feels that way. Again, intuitively, it feels that way, that the psychedelics are re-emerging now because it is needed to help us remember and to see how we can navigate through this treacherous period of human history so that we can emerge on the other side into a world that is more beautiful and harmonious and true.
I love this.